I definitely was not surprised by this reveal, and I know I'm not alone here. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to KRSTV. This is your boy Kenny. Now, remember, subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you can get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow all the information I have in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And this is The Masked Singer, Season 3, Episode 5, and this is the Group B playoffs. The guest judge on this episode was Gabriel Iglesias, aka Fluffy. I love Gabriel Iglesias. He's really a comedic genius. I'm a huge fan. So the first performance was by the Banana, and he performed "Achy Breaky Heart" by Billy Ray Cyrus. The clues, I saw 213 and cowboy boots. Hold my hand, Hootie the Blowfish, because one of the people that we're thinking that could possibly be the Banana is Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. But then he did a good performance. And then another part of the clue was that what was their favorite subject, when they were in school. The favorite subject of the Banana was art, and it got him through a rough times in his life. So the guesses from the judges were like Larry the Cable Guy, Ed Helms, Eric Lestrada, and actually Billy Bob Thornton is actually a pretty good guess. I mean, because Billy Bob Thornton is multi-talented. I mean, he's not only a good actor, but he's also a good singer and musician. So who knows? It could possibly be him too. But or Darius Rucker from Hootie and the Blowfish. He could just be playing with his voice because Darius is a really good singer. So we just got to keep watching. Then the Mouse performs. In her clue package, it was, prayer hands, romance, knitting, and being a homebody. And the Mouse performed, this will be by, Natalie Cole. And as I said in this intro of this video, we all knew who the Mouse was, and I immediately said, hands down, this is Dionne Warwick. That is an iconic voice that cannot be mistaken, no matter what you do. And she said that one of her favorite, and pretty much the favorite subject for the Mouse was math. Because she was good with money. And some of the guesses from the judges were Tracy Ellis Ross. No, it wasn't her. Tina Turner. Definitely wasn't her. And it was Nicole and Robin on the panel that said Dionne Warwick. Because from the last episode, where all the gold, she was the host of Solid Gold. And I'm like, yeah, I remember that. And then also the prayer hands say a little prayer. And then also she did come from a religious background. She used to be a part of, the Sweet Inspirations with her Aunt Sissy, Whitney Houston's mother. So yeah, before she became a solo artist. So then we got the Frog. I think the Frog is Bow Wow, hands down, because in this clue we saw CSI, we saw basketball, remember the movie Like Mike, Toy Soldiers, and all of that, and it was just everything. So I was just like, this is Bow Wow, hands down. And he did In the Club by 50 Cent. His favorite subject, as far as the Frog, was PE. But I was thinking, hands down, this was Bow Wow. Some of the guesses from the judges were Alfonso Ribeiro, Kevin Hart, and Omarion, and I'm like, that's Bow Wow. And I'm not changing my guess. These clues about CSI and the basketball and, the Toy Soldiers, like, it all just screamed Bow Wow to me. So I definitely think that's Shad Moss, aka Bow Wow. So that's the one I'm definitely sticking with as far as the frog. Next, we got the Taco. Um, the Taco, in his clues, talks about, being a pothead and was just kind of reckless. And then, he kind of settled down when he met, Mrs. Taco, who was his, who was Mrs. Wright, who actually got his life on track. And then there was a clue of like a hairpiece kind of, going across the screen. And I'm like, so this person is actually known for wearing a toupee of some sort. Immediately, my mind started turning. And he did Bossa Nova Baby by Elvis Presley. Did a good job. His favorite subject was detention because he was a bad boy and he ain't like doing shit. And I did, and one of the guesses was Harry Connick Jr., which I mentioned in my last episode, my last review of the show. That, yeah, I think Larry Connick Jr. could possibly be one of the people. And then another person, other guesses from the judges were Seth MacFarlane, Alec Baldwin, and the one who I think is the Taco is Ted Danson. Ted Danson famously, when he was on Cheers, it was season 11, episode 22, he revealed not only to Carla, who was played by Rhea Perlman, but revealed to the world that he was wearing a toupee all of those 11 years while he was doing that show. And we know that Sam Malone was all about his hair and all about his image, but come to find in the last season, the whole time he was wearing a toupee and that he was bald in the middle of his head. And I was like, wow. And I saw the toupee and I was like, I immediately screamed, it could possibly be Ted Danson. Because I don't know Ted Danson as being a singer, but definitely some of the theatrics that we're seeing in the Taco and some of the stuff that the Taco revealed in his clues, it's a good possibility that the Taco is Ted Danson. Infamously from Cheers, the former boyfriend of Whoopi Goldberg. Ted Danson's all of that. And he's also on this show on Hulu too, where he plays like this real sinister rich guy. So we just got to see what's going to happen with that. So then we got the kitty. There was clues from Modern Family, Transformation, Sewing. And she did the song Mercy by Brett Young and did a phenomenal job. Her favorite subject was English, and she writes her own science fiction books. I still think it could possibly be Paris Hilton, but I could be completely wrong. But some of the guesses from the judges were Millie Bobby Brown, Amanda Seyfried, Sarah Hyland. Those are the people that they're debating of who could possibly be the kitty. I mean, I think the kitty right now, I think more has to be revealed for me to kind of make a strong thing. But I definitely think it's somebody who's definitely got a lot of energy and somebody we least expect. But it could be. I'm still sticking with Paris Hilton at this point, and maybe if I get more clues, that may change. But she did a great job, and all of a sudden, when it came down to the reveal was the mouse, and of course, the mouse was none other than the legend herself, Miss Dionne Warwick. And they started naming some of the clues, like in 1979, in the first clue in the first episode, that was the year that her album Dion came out, because that was like her comeback album once she signed with Arista and Clive Davis. That Dion album helped put her back on the map, with songs like Deja Vu and many others. Because after Burt Bacharach and Hal David fell out, she kind of struggled for a few years, and then in '79 she kind of had that comeback with that album, and she won a Grammy and she was back on the charts again. So that was pretty cool. And they also showed a clue about the Brazilian nuts, that she had in the clue of this episode, and come to find out, she used to live in Brazil. So, yeah, the Dionne Warwick was the mouse, and it was no surprise. It's no different than the bee in season 1. We knew that was Gladys Knight, and the flower in season 2. We knew that was Patti LaBelle. It's just certain signature voices that they can't disguise themselves no matter what they do because their voices are iconic, and Dionne Warwick is no exception. But I'm about to also talk about people who are giving all this backlash because you had Shaka Khan revealed on the last episode, and then this episode is Dionne Warwick. Look, this is a singing competition, and you're as good as your last performance, and it's the audience that is voting for their favorite character and voting for their favorite performance. And if they didn't bring it on that night, regardless of what stat they have within the industry, they can go home. That's what makes The Masked Singer unique. Because even legends who are known to be the best singers, if they have a bad night, they could go home that night. Because it's about the voting, and it's about how you delivered on that day. Every day is a new day. And that's the great thing that I love about this show, is because it's about your performance and about your character. And you gotta bring it every single time, because no time is promised and your position is not promised. And I think that's what we love about The Masked Singer. So y'all need to stop tripping and enjoy the show. So until next time, everybody, take care.